Okay, Jesus, H. Mary and Joseph. Okay, I am struggling today with that. So, looks like we had a lot of technical difficulties with Facebook integration tonight. I don't know what happened. I need to go up and clean up the library a little bit, but I had some real issues trying to get the cards on eBay and integration with all the cards or the video and the audio was all and I kept getting buffering issues, but apparently YouTube was okay. So the YouTube version of this is available on the channel NY Leagues if you go look up NY Leagues. But I wanted to go through the cards on Facebook. I want to try to make sure I'm getting a good clean signal before I start running through this again, because man, I wasted a lot of time now that I look back and I see where this thing stopped recording at. So I missed a ton of these cards, and we had some really good hits that I'm going to put on Facebook right now. What I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to go clean up some of these videos that I just did, like 6 versions of this ridiculous crap. Apparently, if I rename the stream the same thing that I named it to begin with, the Restream doesn't work. YouTube can tell the difference and it gives you like a new channel, but YouTube or Facebook does not. So, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of version 2 here. Delete this post. Okay. What I will do though is go in here to YouTube and give you the link to the original stream. I'm doing all that now, so bear with me. How does it say all these are online live at one time? Weird. Okay, so there's the Restream version 1. Break 1. There we go. Okay, so that's the first hour. Looks like it's still buffering pretty good though. I'm overloading the system or something. Going right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the cards though. Hopefully this doesn't get all stupid again and make me have to stop, but we're going to try it again. Luciano. Okay, so I'm going to start running through some of these cards. I want to try to make sure this thing doesn't start buffering out all over the place again. Alright, so start with the Sox. Hold on, let me clear this out of the way. Okay. Start with the Sox. You got Tanner Houck. Antonio Cabello for the Yankees. And it's really focusing on this, isn't it? Okay, it's really not focusing well. Antonio Cabello. Zach Brown. Daz Cameron of the Tigers. Hawkins, the Indians. You got Nolan Jones. You got Floral for the Yankees. Patch for the Braves. Oriole Hall. Joe Ryan for the Rays. You got Adams. Mata for the Red Sox. Nationals. Garcia. Kate for and then a Byron Laura for the Rangers. Gilbert for the Mariners. Rodriguez for the Orioles. You got Tavares there and then Miami and Carnacion. And you got a Hayes for Pittsburgh. I am going to screw these names up so bad. I know it. Period. Just get used to it. Alvarado for the Cardinals. Nick Bennett for the Brewers. Welker for the Rockies. You got a Dodger Ruiz. feel like it's still focusing on that now. Okay, so now we got and then you got a Cavaco. You got a Holsizer, Ramos for the Giants. You got a Blide for Miami. That's a nice one. Logan Davidson for the A's. You got I don't want to know how to say that. You say Briam. Briam. Yes, this is a redo of the old break. Something happened weird with Facebook, so I'm just trying to get a version on Facebook, so the people that don't want to look for it on YouTube, I told you I put it on poll. So I didn't realize that it didn't record and it buffered out. Something weird happened, so I'm trying to get a clean version, just running through the cards again. So if you already saw this, Larry, then it's a redo. If you haven't, here you go. Zach Thompson for the Cardinals. Sorry. You got Alex for the Blue Jays. And you got a Joe Adell here for the Angels, which is a nice card. Nolan Gorman. You got a Gus Varland for the A's. You got a Jarrett for the Mariners. A Hill Jr. for the Diamondbacks. And Brady. Sixto Sanchez for Miami again. And the Rays, Joe Ryan. Damian Jones. Luis Garcia. Angels. For an Adam Montero for a Cardinals. Pirates, Aaron Shortridge, and a Cal Mitchell. So again, this is just a rerun. Make sure we get this bad boy on Facebook. So if you've already seen it, Larry, there you go. Got cotton mouth like crazy. Looks like the focus is not working up close for some reason. Okay. So San Diego Little, you got a white for the Mariners. You got a New York Cannon Smith. Joey Bart for the Giants. Dalbeck. For the Sox, you got Eric there for the Blue Jays. Beer there for the Diamondbacks. Got a Rays Baz. Duran Red Sox. Hines Reds. You got a Strohs Nova, Terrain, Isaac for Detroit, India for the Reds. You got Miguel Amaya. That was a nice little pick there. Where's Amaya? Right there. For the Cubs. You got a Drew Mendoza for the Nationals. You got a Matt Manning, Drew Waters, Josh Jung for the Rangers. Adam Hall. There you go. For the Orioles. Braves, you got the Christian Ronaldo for the Rays. You got a Hunter Green for the Reds. Cole Winn for the Rangers. You got a Luis Garcia for the Phillies. The White Sox got a Andrew Vaughn. You got a Motto for the A's. Anderson Ian for the Braves again. You got a Miami there for Jazz. A Diaz there for the Rays. You got a Gonzalez for the Indians and an Edman there for the Cubs. So that is about half of the bases. I'm going to save the hits here and kind of sprinkle them in. As a matter of fact, since I've run through so many bases, these are the ones I've gone through, I'll go through a handful of some of the foils that we pulled out of here. So we got a Encarnacion foil. No number. You got Isaac. And as a matter of fact, since I'm doing this, I'll make sure I'll go ahead and sleeve up all the foils. Again, if you're watching this and you want to have me put a top loader on any of your cards, let me know. Or if you want to make sure everything's sleeved up, etc., let me know. Isaac for Detroit. And a Drew Waters and a Kashawn Hayes from Pittsburgh. So I'll wait on the other ones there. So here I got a couple, Cabello and Hawk. I think these were left over from the other one. Okay, so just a couple of the color ones. Put those off to the side. I won't throw in any of the big stuff yet if you haven't seen it. All right, so these are the hits. that I've already shown. There we go. All right, so here's more base here. Zach Brown for the Brewers. You got another Cabello there for the Yankees. Tim Cate for the Nationals. Garcia for the Yankees. You got a Hawk there for the Red Sox. Another Damian Jones for Philly. Another Philly, Luis Garcia. Andrew Vaughn for the Sox. Cole Mitchell. Aaron Shortridge for Pittsburgh. St. Louis Cardinals got the... how do you say that? I'm gonna take a second just to figure this out. Ellie Harris. Montero. Jorge Monto. For the A's, you got Perez. Detroit, you got Hunter Green, Cincy, Colwyn, Rangers. You got the Braves, Ian. Valmont for the Twins. Padres, Owen Wilson. Aaron Ashby, Daniel Lynch, wasn't even close, for the Royals. Nico Holsheiser, Campusano for the Mets. You got a Logan Davidson for the A's. JJ Bleday, that's going to be a good card, as a matter of fact. Ruiz for the Dodgers. I was going to call them the Rogers. Cavaco for the Twins. Another Twins for Jordan. Tyler for the Padres. You got Mason. And then you got Levine for the Rockies. And a Yankees floral. We're going to break up another little stack because we blazed through those pretty quick, faster than we did the other ones. We're going to got another foil. It's going to be another Drew Waters. He got a bunch of these, as you can tell. So he got a foil for the Braves. There you go. Julio Rodriguez. Ronaldo Hernandez. I have no idea why those are in though, but this one's a really nice one. This is a good hit for the Rangers. Hit up nice Byron Laurel. So that's a nice foil. Like a super nice foil. You got Ethan Hankins. I was going to call him Hawkins. An Indians hit with foil. No number. And the reason I keep saying no number is because the Dodgers hit a Cody Hose 12 of 75. Get that focus right, please. 12 of 75. Yellow foil. So nice little yellow foil for Detroit. There you go. I'll keep that out there as the one that you've seen. Okay, so for the Mets, I picked up Wilford, a Mize for Detroit, a Gill for the Yankees, a Volpe for the Yankees again, another Cruz O'Neill for Pittsburgh. You got the Blue Jays picked up Red Sox Cassis. That's Tristan Cassis. Where's he at in here? There you go. He's in top 20. That's a good one. A Blake Rutherford. There you go. A Ruben. Xavier Edwards out of San Diego. A Lutz. Out of the Brewers, you got an Indian there. Tyler Wilford for the Mets. You got Mize. The Red Sox, you picked up Amada. Aidman for the Cubs. Yep, Cubs. God, the C's are throwing me off. The Indians, the Rays picked up Diaz. Jazz, Miami. Base, Javier Christian for Houston. Cincy, there you go. Picked up Nick. All right. Another Bryson Scott for the Phillies. De La Cruz for the Braves. You got a Giants pickup for Marco. I think Marco's right here. So he's a top 25 prospect. There's a good one. Jordan, Gunnar, Henderson, Matthew, Christian Robinson, CJ. I think is CJ on the list? No, he's just a little bit lower on the list. And then Pena. So these are all paper, as you can effing tell. I don't want to bump any of the edges on these damn things. So let's break it up with a little color. So we hit a Nolan Jones of the Indians. Just a base priz. A little fall. Then you hit a Bryce for the Brewers. Hit a Turang Bryce. No number. No other parallel color. Jesus Sanchez out of Miami. You got a Luis. You got a Gray for the Dodgers. Rockies picked up a Ryan Rolson, Will Wilson for the Angels, Hans Kraus for the Rangers. Braves picked up Shea, and then they got a Pereira for the Yankees again. Yankees cleaned house in this one. Speaking of which, we picked up at this point in the telecast, we picked up at least one of these bad boys. So the guy from the Royals picked up a nice little Witt Jr. There you go. Nice little Witt Jr. I loaded him up once I got him in there in a little sleeve, little soft sleeve, and now he's in a top loader. Pretty card. So I pulled one of those out at that point. So we got 2 packs left. So let's split this up into a smaller pack so you can break it up with some color. Give you a chance to kind of break it up but not make it too long here. So here's a nice little screwball here. I like to call him Screwball Detroit. Then you got a Taylor Trammell, San Diego. You got a Luis Gil for the Yankees. You got a Diamondback Thomas, Colton Welker. Another Thomas there for the Diamondbacks. And you got a Joey Adele. That's a nice card. Base from the Angels. You got a Cardinal pickup from Nolan. Gus Varland went to the A's there. There you go for the Mariners. Picked up Jared. Mr. Hill Jr. picked that one up. Ramos for the Giants. Freeman for the Indians. Nick. There you go. Nick. Ladalo. C.J. Abrams for the Padres. Christian Robinson for the D-backs. Rays Matthew Liberatore. Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles. Jordan for the Blue Jays. You got a Zach Thompson for the Angels. I'm saying Angels. Jesus. H. Mary Joseph. For the Cardinals. Dodger hit for Jacob Amaya. Is Jacob Amaya in there? That's Miguel Amaya. I always get him confused. Hunter Bishop. Sam Huff. I know Sam Huff was on this top 50 somewhere. Austin Beck. And then an Adley. There's an Adley. Nice one. There's a nice little Adley there. Pretty Adley. Nice square. Nice even look there. I like that one. So throwing Adley in there for the bases. Okay. Break it up with a little color. Or not even just color, but just a nice little Pawson. A Robert Possum is in there. I can get the focus right. Pretty little card. What did I do all on my top loaders? So we picked up a Pawson, a Witt, and a Cody at that point, right? Picked up a nice Robert for the White Sox, and then we picked up a nice little Rays. So we were kicking ass pretty much at that point, and then all the things start rolling in. What's ours? Good cards. Concerns. So you had a Wander Franco that I thought was a good one. I thought the Luis Roberts was definitely a good one. That's top 5, top 10 guys right there. So you put those in there. You get them in a little top loader. Then we pulled a Luis Garcia 104 blue parallel out of 150 blue foil. So this was a dope one. I had to love that. And we ran through some of these packs. It was taking a while, so I wasn't able to put them all in top loaders, etc. Some of these deserve a top loader for sure. So that was out of 150. Blue, Luis Garcia. Then you had the Cody House. So going back to the rest of the bases just about. Dylan Carlson from the Cardinals. Orioles took a Ryan home. Nate. Sorry, let me get the distance right here. There we go. Nate. A Dane Dunning for the Sox. You got a Royals Brady. Jordan for the Twins. First Bowman for him. I don't know if you noticed that up there, that little first Bowman. He's got his first Bowman today. And a Alec Bohm and a Brennan Davis. So there's some base. Split up another one of these with a color or two. So I ended up having a Reese Hines for the Reds. Nice little hit. Okay. Get on in there. And then a Franco. Then we had another Wander Franco. I'll put that one in the top sleeve in a second. Find a soft sleeve in the top loader for us. So we got a Joey from San Diego, his first Bowman. Spencer Howard out of Philly, first Bowman for Jackson out of the Nationals. Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. Ulrich for Detroit. Gore, San Diego. First Bowman for Pena and the Stros. Marco, again, Giants. His first edition. No, it's not his first Bowman. Jessel for the Braves. You got a Bryson Scott, saying them all wrong. For the Phillies. This one's a nice one. A Scooble for Detroit. First Bowman. That's a nice one. Dylan Carlson, not even close. For the Cardinals again, Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles, and Nate Pearson Jays. Dunning for the Sox. You got a Brady Singer for the Royals, and a Ronnie for the Mets. First edition bases. So some decent bases in there. Again, let me know if you want me to make sure I sleeve a lot of these up, or if you want me to sleeve some of yours up specifically. I'm not sure how some of these guys stock rise and fall, but I want to make sure I'm taking care of all of them. I'm going to know some of these are going to be pretty big, so these were specific asks. Thinking about it. Raise. Wonder. Break it up again with some color. So we had another Prism. I think I'm out of top sleeves. Yeah, I'm out of top sleeves. I think that's why I took it easy too, because I knew I was going to run out, but I got some backup here. So, at that point, I think we had also hit another Bobby Witt. So we hit that another Bobby Witt. So this dude for the Royals picked up two of these bad girls. First Bowman, Bobby Witt, mint condition, touched once, put in the top loader. We sleeved all these bad boys up. I still need to sleeve you up though. So the Cardinals picked up Alvarado. And by the way, we already checked all these for reverse foils. If you're already in the farthest of this video wondering if we checked them and if I'm a dumbass, no. We were trying to check the back for reverse foils. We hadn't found anything. So Alec Bohm for the Philly. Come on now, where are we at? Am I going to get my distance right? Okay, how about that? So you got Alec Bohm for the Phillies. Cubs picked up a Davis. Then you got the Swaggerty, top name in the book other than beer and fart. Nick for the White Sox. Man, what is going on with the focus? I just can't seem to get it right tonight. So Ethan Hankins. Let's see if we can just get it all the way in there. There we go. You just got to attack the screen for a second. Detroit. You got Twins Alex picked up his. You got a first edition Miguel Vargas. Where is he? Miguel Vargas. Miguel Vargas. There he is. He's top 24, 25. You got a Riley Green, Detroit. Nick Allen for the A's. You got a Nolan Jones for the Indians. You got a Forrest Whitley for the Stros. Cody Hose. You got a Bostel for the Rangers for his first Bowman. You got a Grant for the Rockies. Mason Dinneberg. You got Braylon there for the Cubs. Picked up the Cubs. And the Yankees picked up another Garcia. And there we go. So those were the bases. Now we get to some of the hits here. So he ended up picking up another Lewis Roberts for the Sox. So that dude ended up picking up 2. That's what finished the bucket. In that one hobby box, he picked up 2 Luis Roberts. This guy ended up with just 2 Wanders. But the Rangers ended up picking up a nice Josh Jung right out of the gates with a nice little blue foil, or a nice little basic foil, not a blue foil. The blue foil is looks a little different. If I'm not mistaken, the blue foil looks a little something like this one. Yeah, so this dude from the A's cleaned house. So this is a sick little card. He got a nice first-year Bowman for the A's, Robert Pawson. It's a pretty decent, deep diesel card there. Dig that one. So we're going to sleeve up all his bad girls as we're kind of walking back through the roster here for a second. There we go. If I just attach it to the screen, if you don't wonder if I'm going to throw the card at the screen, I'm not. I'm trying to get the focus to go my way. So Daz Cameron, I always say Daz Cameron. I think he's top 50. You got the Josh Young. I think he was also top 50. Then you had this bad boy, Cole Wynn, 17 out of 25. Right? Dope card. You know? Dope card. Dope card. So that was a good one. But then all of a sudden, then we hit this bad boy. So the Yankees got him. Picked him up. Nice little Jason. Can't get the focus right. It's focusing on everything in the back of it. Yay! Did it. He did it. Hey, way to go, buddy. So he hit the Jason. No reverse foil or anything crazy on the back. No number. But he definitely hit it. So I had some good stuff with all the stuff in the back here on here. He had an Adley as well for the Orioles. So yeah, buddy. I'll run through the top offs again. Hit an Adley. One Adley. That's all we got out of it. Which is still a pretty damn good card. Gotta tell you, that's good stuff right there. Well, Adley, come on, give me the focus. You got a out of 25 or 150. You got the Garcia. You got 2 Bobby Witts. 2 Bobby Witts. Can't be mad at that. Those are pretty. As far as your centering, let you take a look at that, Mr. Royal. That's good stuff there. So 2 Bobby Witts. He's got a Pawson right here. Robert of the A's. Nice little foil. That deserves a bomb for sure. If you just had a number on there, it'd be sick. Nice one. So that goes to the A's. And you got another one out of 25. Cole Winn. 17 out of 25. So that'll be an orange parallel. You got your yellow parallel. The 12 out of 75 there for the Dodgers. The Wander Franco. That's a good one. Good hit there. You got the Luis Robert. That's a good one. That's bomb-worthy. Two in that. That's good stuff. This is one hobby box, by the way. I have a break with 2 hobby boxes, and then on the 18th, if it has 1, 4, 5 Dominguez's, how about that? If it messed around and had all those Dominguez. So we got a 2-box break coming up in next week. I believe it stops it ends on Monday at 7 o'clock. So that's all the bases, and then we'll go through some of the foils again. Ethan Haskins, Baron Laura. That one deserves a top loader, I believe. Laura's in the top. I want to say that's the top 15, pretty close as far as cards there. The Josh Jung. Josh Jung for the Rangers. Foil. Daz Cameron for the Tigers. Cardinals. Picked up Alvaro. Oh, yep, that's Alvaro. Oh, I didn't know Wilford was on there. I think we have a Wilford in here, don't we? So Reese Hines. I forgot he was on there. Turang. Nolan Jones. Going to the Indians. Drew Waters going to the Braves. Pirates, they picked up Hayes. You got Isaac for the Tigers. Yeah, it was called them the Lions. So Isaac for the Lions there. The Tigers did it again. And I believe this was a specific request to have this one top loaded at 2 in the first stream. So the Encarnacion. So that's one hell of a hobby box. If that's any indication of what's coming up in the second one, that is going to be a great hobby box. Or 2 really good hobby boxes. That's going to be phenomenal. Got 2 big hobby boxes coming up for bid and auction on eBay, as a matter of fact. So let's see if I can get the eBay listing on there. If you go to the listings, this will be the Yankees. No, that'll be the Royals. So in the 2-box break, we have the Braves. There's a 2-box break. You can see a little logo up there in the corner for the break. Just go take a look for the Royals 2020 first edition. It'll be ending in 2 hours and 2 days and 18 hours. So then Monday at 6:54 p.m. So if you're taking a look at the 2-box break, you like what you saw in the 1-box break, you really think there's an opportunity that you're going to crush something here, and you really think you're going to get a bunch of these bad boys and catch like 2 to 4 of these, or even catch some color on one of these. Oh man, it'll be a party. Oh man. So yeah, that's for the Royals. The Royals picked up quite a few guys, and the Royals ended up picking up a couple Bobby Witts there. That's good money there. and that's in one. So that was 2 Bobby wins in one case. Pick up 4 to 6 of them, or a color, or a number. Oh man, you flip one of those into like a gold prism or a yellow prism out of 75. Bobby Witt, Jesus, out of 25, something like a Dominguez. Jesus help you. Even a Pawson had a high number, would be a good card right now. So there's a lot of good hits there. A lot of good stuff was happening in the stream. A lot of good opening. I'm going to have to sort all of these cards. Let me know if you got any questions, but I need to get these bad boys in the mail. Okay, so get that out the screen there. We're going to set this up here for next week, and the stream will be on Tuesday. So we do the break on Monday, get everybody a chance to pay their money. I give them a full 24 hours, and then we'll break those the same way we broke these. And hopefully this time there won't be an issue with Facebook. I actually need to check Facebook because I forgot to do that. Looks like I'm actually streaming. Thank goodness. There's no issues with it. So, good break. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to forward it to as many people as I can. Let me know if you didn't get what you were looking for, if you need to go through the cards, etc. But I'm going to try to sort these out and get them in the mail. 30 packages going out. Period. Every team accounted for. So, love it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good, nice start to the weekend. I'm going to see you soon. I got some football coming. I got some basketball I might have coming. I don't know. Maybe turning a leaf on the basketball. I might just go into the baseball. But I got all the above on the way. Chronicles. Oh, it's about to get ridiculous. Okay, so. Got Detroit. Keep all the hits out to the side here. How many is that? Let me actually take. It's pretty good. Pretty good night.